It seems rather obvious to me that what the people in the federal government are trying to do is to create the condition for a major clampdown on constitutionalists. First, they are creating false flags over make-believe attacks by outfits that don't even exist, such as the latest reported threat of QAnon on March 4th. None of these alarms have proven valid since January 6th. Second, they build a military stockade around the Capitol in Washington to make the people in Congress and the American people paranoid on one hand and angry on the other. Third, the edicts coming out of the White House and the government bureaucracy are designed to not just increase controls over the people, throw open our borders, increase the attack on our economy, creating inflation, and in the process, hopefully provoking people somewhere, anywhere, into violent opposition. This is what those in power want. They want violence on the part of decent people to give them the excuse for a total clampdown on our liberty and freedom of speech in the name of quelling what they would call an insurrection. Many in power have well demonstrated their disdain for the Constitution and the people in their lockdowns. We must alert, educate, and organize people to what's going on, but at the same time, we have to keep a cool head. Part of our responsibility is to make sure we do not allow anyone in our midst who advocates violence or illegal activity. Given the corruption in the FBI and Justice Department, they could well be an informant for the government, sent into conservative groups to deliberately incite violence. This is not a ridiculous idea. I have personally experienced such an action by the FBI in the 1960s. They had an informant, that's what they called him, who tried to get a group I was leading into performing violent, illegal acts. We did not fall for it, and after a couple of months, he moved on to greener pastures. A year later, there were headlines in the local newspapers where patriots had been arrested for trying to rob a bank, ostensibly to get money for the right-wing movement they were associated with. It was a sting operation by the same person designed to make patriots look bad as a counter to all the negative publicity due to the communist violence in the streets at the time. Now we have had communist violence in the streets again. Now the powers that be are trying once again to make it appear that the threat to the people will emanate from the right, not the left. One of the ways they have of making it look as if conservatives are the problems are street demonstrations that turn violent. Recall that we warned people of this before the January 6th demonstration in Washington. Now we see demonstrations occurring in such places as New York City that are turning violent. Never place yourself in a situation that can go against your personal safety. We have to be careful, but not paranoid in this regard. Move forward with contacting new people, educating them, and organizing them, but make sure we are squeaky clean from allowing anyone who advocates violence or illegal activity to be part of your group. And never accept leadership that hasn't proven itself over the years. The National Guard troops in Washington are there to produce the image that it is conservatives that are the danger. We are not. Nor do we intend to be anything other than an educational and action organization using all the tried and proven methods to effect change.